Breaking news from the Alert Center. One person is injured after a crash early this morning in the Little Italy neighborhood here in Omaha. The crash happened shortly before 4 a.m. this morning in the area of 9th and Pierce Streets. And according to police dispatch, the victim's injuries are not considered to be life-threatening. And our First Alert 6 crew on the scene says no traffic was blocked as a result of the crash. All right, more breaking news. One person is in the hospital after a shooting in North Omaha last night. Well, Omaha police officers responded to this shooting near 31st and Parker Streets. That's just after 11 p.m. And police dispatch tells us the victim's injuries are considered to be serious. OPD officers on the scene tell us a woman ran inside a home after she was shot, and the shooting appears to have happened outside, and the suspect is not yet located. That's what police say. But the investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information, you can contact Omaha Crime Stoppers at 402-444-7867 via the Omaha Crime Stoppers website or via the P3 Tips mobile app. Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. My name is Elena Riley. Thank you very much for joining me here at the Alert Center, where we go over all of our top headlines every weekday morning. So let's head into more. All right, First Alert 6 has the unofficial results of several local races in Iowa after voters put their ballots in yesterday. In Pottawatomie County, Council Bluffs voters cast ballots for mayor and 2 city council members. Incumbent Mayor Matt Walsh, who has served as mayor since 2013, is facing a challenger. That's Jill Shudak. And as of last night, Walsh had 3,524 votes, and Shudak had 3,640 votes. The top 2 of 4 candidates win in the city Bluffs count. The Council Bluffs City Council race. And now it appears those 2 will be incumbent Steve Gorman with 3,958 votes and Cole Button with 3,840 votes. And it looks like the City Council Bluffs Community School District will advance a plan seeking to renew a tax plan. And results show 78% of voters said yes to the education fund. Carter Lake voters are electing 2 city council members as well, and Mayor Jason Gunderson ran unchallenged. Incumbent Victor Skinner has a narrow lead with 344 votes, Matthew Seminar has 338 votes, and incumbent Jacqueline Wall has 337 votes. Also yesterday, voters in Valley took part in a special mail-in recall election for 2 city officials. According to unofficial results yesterday evening, the city will have a new mayor and council president. Results show 763 voters supported recalling Mayor Cindy Grove, and 732 supported recalling City Councilman John Batcher. A petition for the special election was filed back in August with the required number of signatures, and the recall is decided by a simple majority. Well, Grove is accused of violating open meeting laws and creating a hostile work environment, and Batcher is accused of putting special interests ahead of his job as a public servant. Well, today is the last day to participate in Omaha's week-long city-led food drive for non-perishable items. Officials say they've received more than 8,700 pounds of food. Wow, that is awesome. Great job, guys. Well, this food will benefit the Food Bank for the Heartland, and almost 30 sites across the metro have taken these donations. The drive began after the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services shared that it would pause SNAP benefits, and many families are struggling to put food on the table amid the government shutdown. Well, Mayor John Ewing Jr. announced the effort Omaha leads and feeds in a news conference last Wednesday, and he tells First Alert 6 he is working out plans for another citywide food drive. Of course, you can always give to those food drives as well going on your local food pantry. All right, my last headline for this morning is that Creighton men's basketball will return to CHI Health Center in downtown Omaha tonight. The team will host South Dakota for its season opener in the first of 6 home games in the non-league schedule. Well, Clayton Collier with Sports on 6 reports that Creighton's toughest challenges will largely come away from Omaha this year. And after opening with the Coyotes, the Blue Jays play Gonzaga in Spokane next Tuesday. The Jays have been picked to finish third in the Big East preseason coaches poll and ranked 23rd in the Associated Press preseason college basketball poll. Well, tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. there at CHI. Awesome. All right, we'll head here to our website at First Alert 6, where we can find all of these top headlines here. This is 6 Things You Need to Know. It's Wednesday, November 5th. I bring this web story to you at about 6 a.m. every morning on the weekday, as well as this live stream here to talk over these headlines at about 8 a.m. All right, well, thank you for starting your morning with me, and have a great rest of your day.